I've said this before, but it bears repeating. The Temecula Valley is an amazing place for families. I know when we look at things here on this channel, sometimes we're talking about financials and what things cost and amenities for specific neighborhoods, but today I want to focus specifically on why families choose the Temecula Valley as a place to raise their families. We're going to talk about some schools and some other attracting features. Stay tuned. I can't wait to share it with you. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, new construction tours, neighborhood spotlights, and new things coming here to the Valley. I want to make sure that you and your family know exactly what it's like living here before you choose to make the move. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's dive in. So this one's a fun one for me because this applies directly to me in my stage of life right now. I've got 3 little ones, 11, 10, and 8 years old, and they're actually the reason that we came here to the Temecula Valley. I actually grew up in Corona, California, which is just a little bit north of here. But when my wife and I got married, we were looking for a place that was going to be more family friendly, have some great schools, some great activities for kids, and just be a more affordable place for us and our family. So we did some searching and we came to the conclusion that Temecula Valley would be right for us. So I made the move specifically because of this. So this is something I'm passionate about. I want to share it with you. If you've got little ones or planning to have little ones, or even if you have grandkids, I want to share with you why the Temecula Valley is the best place for you and your family to make the move. So let's take a look at the data. Reason number 1 is the school system. You've heard me say it, I say it a ton on the channel. It's actually one of our key features that we point out with every single neighborhood we do, every new community that we do. Schools are a big deal. Let's face it, everyone has to go through education at some point. And so we want to explain the schools to you, and that is what attracts people to the Temecula Valley with families. Some of the statistics here, we've got 73% of schools here in the Temecula Valley that are above the state average. That is an incredible number. You see all the time that we use greatschools.org for some really great information on schools. I suggest that you do some of your own research there as well. You can type in the address of the house that you want to buy. It will tell you what schools you're going to be going to and what all the ratings are with different categories there. So make sure that you check it out. Now in California, the state average is just 29% of schools above the average. So Temecula is well above that, and that's really what drives people here to the area. Now there is also a student to teach ratio of 25:1, which is a little bit on the lower side. Obviously some smaller towns come with some smaller ratios, but that is a great student to teacher ratio here in the state, as well as a 93% graduation rate. So it is a great school system. It will challenge. Now you also hear me talk about a lot on this channel about property taxes, how they can vary a ton, and that's something that's unique to our area, how some areas are high, some are a little bit lower. Guess where those tax dollars go? They go directly into schools and other things here in the area, and that's what makes the area great. So you're not wasting money with your tax dollars, and that's what brings a really great school system. Not to mention some pro athletes that have come from the school systems here in the Temecula Valley. You can check out some of our other videos that talk about those, but if you're into sports and education, this is a great place for you. Reason number 2 is safety. Obviously, if you are bringing a family here or plan to start a family here or have your grandkids here, you want to make sure this is a safe place to be, and I can assure you that Temecula Valley is just that. We've got some statistics from a few different sources that we often take a look at here. So Advisor Smith actually ranks Temecula, the city, as the 12th safest large city in the state. That means there's not too many more that are safer than Temecula. So you've got some great safety numbers there, as well as crimegrade.org ranks Temecula in the 87th percentile, meaning most of the state is less safe and there's very few safer than right here in the valley. Now for Temecula proper, you've got the Riverside Sheriff's Office that actually patrols the area. They are super proactive. If you end up living in Murrieta or Menifee, they have their own police departments. And I say it all the time, actually, you should follow the Murrieta Police Department on social media. They are hilarious. They do a great job. They are proactive and keep our area safe. So crime statistics, you can look them up on your own. This is a very safe area for you to bring your family. Reason number 3 is cleanliness. Obviously, that's something you want to be a value that you would uphold inside of a city, bringing your family here. This is a very, very clean area. The cities around here do an amazing job of keeping things clean. You almost very rarely see any sort of trash out and about in the community. Very proactive approach to keeping things clean. The trees are trimmed, the parks look great. And so, hey, I know this is an opinion piece, right? This is just from me driving around, living here in the area. So if you live here, feel free to battle me in the comments section, but it is a clean city compared to other areas here in the area in Southern California in general. Significantly cleaner than the major cities, San Diego, LA, Orange County, all of those pieces. It's a very, very clean area. The city does a great job, and honestly, the city is very responsive. When you call in with any sort of complaint or issue, do a really great job. And guess what? Hey, you know I'm in real estate. They actually won't even let us leave our real estate signs out overnight if we're doing 2 open houses in a weekend. They actually just pick them all up, put them in open house sign jail, and we have to go to City Hall to even get those back. That's how proactive they are at making sure this is a clean area. Reason number 4 to move to the Temecula Valley with your family is our proximity to attractions. Now, I will say, right here in the heart of the city, do you have a ton of unlimited options? No, there are better places. If you lived specifically in San Diego, Orange County, you're much closer to beaches and theme parks and all of that. But our proximity, we are a very close drive to just about anything that you want to do here. So we're halfway between San Diego, LA. You can get to either of those two, go check out all of the things there, and you don't have to live in the dirtier areas, right? We just talked about cleanliness. So you are close proximity to each one of those. We're 45 minutes to an hour away from San Diego Zoo, the Wild Animal Park. You've got Legoland, beaches, mountains, Disneyland. All of those things are incredibly close, and it's not out of the question to just hop in the car on a whim and drive to any of those type of attractions. It's just that close for you. Now, there are activities for kids here immediately in the area. There are hiking trails, biking trails, splash pads, parks galore, so much so that we actually did videos on parks here in the Temecula Valley. Make sure you check that one out. There are family-friendly winery activities. Obviously, we talk about wineries here in the area, and so you would think 21 plus, but there are often nights that they are family-friendly and they have things for kids to do with the family. We also have camping. If you love the outdoors, you love nature, this is a great place to be, and your kids will be entertained, whether it's immediately here locally or just a short 45-minute to 1-hour drive away. Last but not least, we have to mention the easy climate here. It's honestly a pretty neutral climate. So yes, we do have high highs and some lower lows for Southern California, but it's pretty neutral. We've got warm summers, mild winters here. You're not gonna see a major changing of the season, so maybe that's a pro or a con for you. If you're coming from the East Coast, don't expect to come here and have just like this beautiful fall where the leaves are changing on every single tree. You will see some of that in certain locations, but it's not going to be this drastic change and then snow on the ground and all of that. We just don't have that. We've got pretty mild fall and winter. Summer can get a bit warmer. Now, the average highs for the summer time is 85 degrees. Now, if you're here from the area, you're going, no way, we easily touch 100. And that is absolutely true. We do have those heat waves where we touch up over 100 and it does get warm. However, the average is 85 degrees for those summer days, and the winter low averages are 39 degrees. Now, that does not mean that it remains 39 degrees all day long. Keep in mind the lows are often including the middle of the night, the coldest time of the day, but it's a pretty mild winter. You're not gonna see snow, and there are some pictures that float around from some snow that has happened here once or twice in the history, but it is super, super mild. So kids, don't expect to get a snow day here in the Temecula Valley. I'm sorry, you're pretty much gonna have to go to school just about every day because our weather is so easygoing. Again, we do have some of those summer days that are up over 100 degrees, but it is not a long streak of that. You're gonna have some temperatures in the low to mid 90s, and then again, that 85-degree average. When it comes to rainfall, we just don't get a ton of it here either. That is the pro to Southern California. You're not gonna have those gloomy, rainy days that seem to just put out the light on your day. We get just 14 inches average of rainfall per year here in the area. So it is not as much rainfall as you're gonna see in most parts of the country. And one of my favorite features here about the Temecula Valley is how much it cools off at night. Yes, we can touch 100 degrees sometimes in the peak of summer. However, you will absolutely cool off by at least 30 degrees a night. So if you're from surrounding areas here, you may see similar weather. Yes, I've had some people mention that in the comments before, but if you're coming from other parts of the country, it just doesn't cool down like that quite as often at night. So while it may be miserable hot during the day sometimes, you're still going to have a nice breeze at the end of the day that cools things down and keeps those temperatures in the middle of the night nice and low so you can sleep comfortably. That's it for our top 5 reasons for you and your family to move to the Temecula Valley. If you live here locally, I would love to see in the comments why you and your family have chosen to call the Temecula Valley home. Put those in the comments. Let's spread the news about this amazing place to live. Also, some really great news, just as a side note about Temecula, that Money.com, Money Magazine actually just rated Temecula one of the best places in the country to live and beat out most other cities here in California. I think there was 2 or 3 others on the list. So that is a pro here as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, hit that like button for me. Leave a comment below with any questions you have about moving to the Temecula Valley. We monitor those on a daily basis and we'll get back to you ASAP. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.